One of the things you need to look for when you're viewing a home is how much remaining life is left on the major components. Sometimes people end up looking at a home and it's eye candy. It's got crown molding, it has new floors and all that kind of stuff. But when you start looking at other things that have a life expectancy, like windows, roof, furnace, in some instances plumbing, electrical, hinges, doors, kitchens, things like that, you have to ask yourself how much time is left before you're going to incur the costs to improve or replace those items. Those are things essentially that don't raise value in a property. But if you're selling the property, or if the property owner is selling them, the home isn't quite as desirable. The problem sometimes is that when you, the buyer, are looking at a home and it's really pretty and the eye candy really attracts you, you may overlook the fact that the furnace is at the end of its age or end of its life. So therefore you might be anywhere between $2,000 and $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 depending on the type of furnace you're going to do. The roof, for example, if it has a couple of years left on it, do you really want a home, unless you get such a great price on the house itself, to compensate for the future cost of the roof? Do you really want to have a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 expense 2 years after you buy your home? Probably not. But it's easy to get caught up in the nice things about the home and overlook the things that'll cost you tons of dough. So there are windows, roof, furnace, doors, kitchen, anything with a hinge essentially. Those are the things you need to pay special attention to. Again, especially on your second time around when you're visiting the home. And if it's on your short list when you go back again, make sure you take a good look at those things. The functional obsolescence of those things is very, very important to assess. When will they become obsolete, need to be replaced or repaired? Let's assume for a minute that you love the home, but it has a problem. And the problem, let's say, is the furnace. And let's say that furnace is going to cost you $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to replace. And let's assume for a minute that all you have is the down payment that you've saved up and the closing costs to get the deal done, to be able to own it and move in. So you really don't have any extra money for the repairs, specifically something that needs imminent repair or replacement, right? So it's very, very important to know that you can negotiate things like that in an offer. If that's the house you have to have, but it has something that you don't want to assume that's problematic, you can negotiate with the homeowner to do a couple of things. Change it, and then you pay them for the change. Or have them give you what's known as a credit on closing. So you pay X number of dollars for the house. However, you get a rebate back to you from the seller, which leaves you with the cash to be able to choose the furnace you want, the contractor you want, to make sure everything is done properly.